The morning mist clings to the track like a veil, the cold air sharp and electric, and a young girl laces up her spikes. Feeling the tiny vibrations of the stadium beneath her feet, Cornelia Riefstahl, born on October 29, 1961, in New Brandenburg, East Germany, is only a teenager. But already the fire in her heart knows no compromise. She inhales the icy air, letting it fill her lungs, letting it sharpen every nerve in her body, and she imagines herself flying, hurtling over barriers that are both literal and unseen, that are both wood and metal, and yet, in her mind, as light as a whisper. The city around her is quiet, constrained by the rigid rhythms of the GDR. Yet within her, a storm of ambition and restless energy begins to gather. The track is her world, the stadium, her cathedral, and she will pray in strides, in leaps, in the rush of speed and the rhythm of the hurdles. Cornelia's childhood is unremarkable on the surface school days, simple meals, small friendships, but beneath it lies a current of determination that cannot be tamed. She is disciplined even as a girl, waking before dawn to run, to practice, to dream. Running first for play, then for purpose. She joins SC Dynamo Berlin, the powerhouse club that molds East Germany's most promising athletes. From that moment, every day becomes a rehearsal for greatness. Her body, lean and powerful, learns the mechanics of the sprint, explosive starts, tight curves, precise landings. Her mind sharpens alongside her muscles, learning strategy, focus, and the mental toughness that separates a competitor from a champion. Her coach's voice is a constant, cutting through the mist and the silence. Again, Cornelia. Higher, faster, sharper, and she obeys every fiber of her being, responding to the call. There is no room for doubt. She feels every hurdle as both challenge and invitation, every stride a testament to her will. Her teammates blur around her, each pushing, each striving, but Cornelia's rhythm is her own, a whisper of grace and a roar of power. She dreams of stadiums, of crowds, of the hum of electricity in the air as the world watches her fly. Even as her athletic life takes shape, she discovers the small joys that balance the discipline. Books that let her mind wander. Moments of quiet reflection, the connection with Cornelia Oschkenat, a fellow hurdler who shares the same drive and understanding. Their lives intertwine through training camps and competitions, their shared ambition and mutual support becoming a foundation for both love and resilience. Marriage, for them, is not a slowing of life, but a companion to it. Together, they navigate the pressures of state expectations, the relentless rigor of daily training, and the rare yet brilliant taste of victory. Her first international steps are measured, cautious, yet electric. By the early 1980s, she is competing beyond the borders of East Germany, dumbed, a young woman learning to carry the weight of a nation's expectation while discovering her own capacity for excellence. In 1983, at the World Championships in Helsinki, she reaches the 100-meter hurdles final, placing 7th. Standing at the start line, she feels the pulse of the crowd in her chest, a rhythm of anticipation and pressure. The gun fires, her spikes dig in, and she flies over each barrier with precision. Crossing the finish line, she understands that she belongs, that the world is hers to contest. The political realities of the era shadow her triumphs. The 1984 Los Angeles Olympics are boycotted by the Eastern Bloc, and with them, Cornelia is denied the grandest stage of all. The disappointment is profound, yet it sharpens her resolve rather than dulling it. She returns to training with renewed intensity, knowing that opportunity is fragile, that greatness requires persistence and patience. By 1985, she is unstoppable. Gold at the European Indoor Championships in Piraeus in the 60-meter hurdles in 7.90 seconds announces her arrival on the world stage. Later, she claims the World Cup title in Canberra, clocking 12.72 seconds in the 100-meter hurdles. Standing on the podium, the Australian sun beating down on her, the crowd erupting in cheers, she feels the weight of triumph and the lift of potential, the first of many moments when the world recognizes the precision, power, and poise that define her. Each year, Cornelia pushes further, honing her craft with relentless dedication. 1986 sees her defend her indoor crown in Madrid with a blistering 7.79 seconds and claim silver at the European Championships in Stuttgart in the 100-meter hurdles. She stands on the podium, the metal cold against her skin, but the warmth in her chest is fierce. A recognition that every sacrifice, every early morning, every ache in her muscles, every hour of repetition has led her here. Her rivals push her, challenge her, and in that crucible, Cornelia grows stronger. She learns to see every competitor not as an enemy, but as a mirror, reflecting the limits she must break within herself. The following year, 1987, becomes a defining one. Gold at the World Indoor Championships in Indianapolis in the 60-meter hurdles, then bronze at the World Championships in Rome in the 100-meter hurdles. She feels the roar of the crowd like a physical force. Each cheer a pulse through the stadium, each barrier cleared a note in a symphony of excellence. The 100-meter relay brings silver, a testament not only to her speed, but to her teamwork, to her ability to lift others even as she pursues her own triumphs. Every race, every leap, every moment on the track is a lesson in resilience and focus, teaching her that greatness is as much mental as it is physical. 1988 is a year of extremes. Gold at the European Indoor Championships in Budapest in 7.77 seconds, yet heartbreak at the Seoul Olympics when a pulled muscle forces her to finish 8th. The disappointment is sharp, almost physical, and for a moment she questions the fairness of the world. But Cornelia refuses to surrender. In February 1988, she sets an indoor world best in the 50-meter hurdles at 6.58 seconds in Berlin. A quiet triumph that speaks volumes about her spirit, about her refusal to let setbacks define her. She trains with an intensity that borders on obsession, visualizing every stride, every hurdle, every finish line until they are etched in her mind as clearly as if she had already crossed them. Her consistency and dominance continue through 1989. Third place at the World Indoor Championships in Budapest. Gold at the World Cup in Barcelona in the 100-meter hurdles and 4x100 relay, undefeated outdoors. Cornelia's reputation is solidified. She is ranked #1 in the world by Track and Field News, a recognition of both her speed and her strategic mastery. Her career is not just a series of times and medals. It is a study in perseverance, in mental toughness, in the capacity to rise again and again after every fall. The turn of the decade brings change. The Berlin Wall falls, Germany reunifies, and Cornelia navigates the shifting landscape of sport and life with the same grace she shows on the track. At the 1991 World Championships in Tokyo, she competes for a unified Germany, though the result is less triumphant than hoped. Even so, her legacy is already secure. She has inspired countless young athletes, shattered records, and demonstrated what it means to pursue excellence with unrelenting focus. Off the track, Cornelia's life is filled with the rhythms of normalcy and the occasional sparkle of adventure. She enjoys literature and quiet reflection, loves the camaraderie of her teammates, and finds joy in mentoring younger athletes. She balances her public persona with private life, finding strength in family and in the deep satisfaction of a career lived fully, with courage, discipline, and heart. Every race, every medal, every world record she sets is a testament to the marriage of talent and toil. The applause of the crowd, the flash of cameras, the lift of the national anthem in stadiums from Madrid to Rome to Berlin, these are moments of recognition, yes, but also of affirmation that dedication, resilience, and belief can carry an individual to the heights of human potential. Cornelia's story is a lesson in humility, strength, and perseverance, in the quiet power of a heart committed to a dream. In the stands, the crowd rises as she approaches the final hurdle. Time seems to slow. Cornelia focuses, her breath steady, her vision narrowed to the path before her. She leaps. And for that instant, she is more than athlete. She is the embodiment of human aspiration, of the spirit that refuses to be constrained, that soars above every barrier. Her story, though rooted in the politics and pressures of East Germany, transcends borders and eras. It is the story of human potential, of what can be achieved with unwavering commitment, unrelenting focus, and courage to face every challenge. Cornelia Oschkenat is not merely a hurdler. She is a symbol, a beacon, an inspiration to every viewer who has ever dreamed, stumbled, and risen again. And to every one of you watching this, remember, the hurdles you face are not there to stop you. They exist to measure your courage, to sharpen your resolve, and to make the leap across them all the more exhilarating. Cornelia's journey teaches us that no obstacle is too great when met with passion, discipline, and heart. So lace up your metaphorical spikes, step onto your track, and run toward your dreams with the same fearless spirit. If Cornelia's story inspires you, if it ignites the spark of ambition and courage within, then like, share, and subscribe to Behind the Medal, because here we celebrate the extraordinary in every athlete, the triumphs that teach us, and the stories that move us. This video contains AI-generated images. Are used only for creative illustration and may not represent the athlete's exact appearance.